Good morning, gang, on a Tuesday the 13th. Oh, is that unlucky? Is that unlucky? The 13th of October? I don't know. Morning to you. It's Tuesday the 13th of October 2020, 8:45. Welcome to our little daily chat show, United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire, boys and girls. And first of all, I was frightened last night when I came in here to set this programme up, boys and girls. Well, to choose some of the news stories that that I know you appreciate. I came across this photograph here in one of the papers. Now, I must say that the little thumbnail, possibly a little bit misleading, and it says, would you allow that, where do you think that would go inside you? Not quite the full facts, I must admit. And the story I saw was in the Daily... It's a horrific looking thing, isn't it? Don't you think? That looks like something that you'd dish out pain and suffering with, wouldn't it? You know, dish out pain and suffering. As you know, the delightful Mandy Davenport is in charge of pain and suffering on this particular channel, boys and girls. And it's some sort of, like, torture contraption, doesn't it? Don't you think? Although it wasn't quite right on the thumbnail that said that was going to go inside you. Kind of. I'll read the story. It's in the Daily Mail this morning. This is an artificial intelligence robotic arm. Okay, that's what that is. And it can perform less painful colonoscopies. Now, who's had one of those? Eh? Have you had the old camera up the jacksie? Yeah, have you not had that yet? Oh, it's great, love. I loved it. Oh, I enjoyed every moment of it. Absolutely. I had no anaesthetic, no pain relief. I just laid there and enjoyed the experience. I'm sorry, I did. You know, you may think to yourself that's a little bit perverted, but I regularly now go and ask the doctor, can I please have another colonoscopy? Great experience. One of the highlights of my life. This robotic arm can perform a less painful colonoscopy to check for bowel cancer and other serious conditions, and a lot of people die from that sort of thing. So if you've ever got anything wrong down the back end, you do need to go and see someone. Don't be embarrassed. They've had their hands up, loads of people, my love. I'm telling you that now. Hopefully they wash their hands after, but they shake mine though, my love. By using a magnet. What they do is use a magnet to externally steer a camera probe through the gut. It's very, very clever. This system, which has been invented by a team from Leeds, could prove to be the first major update in decades to the procedure, which is used some 100,000 times each year in the UK. I was one of them. Now, I've only had it done once. Okay, gonna tell you what a colonoscopy is now, but it won't make you feel sick. You lay on a hospital bed, you get taken in. You can have I think you can have knockout anaesthetic, so you're not awake, or you can have anaesthetic. What's that called? I can't remember where you're kind of, oh yeah, everything's all right, yeah. A little bit like when you used to go to the raves in the 90s, I would assume. Something like that. And you can also have pain relief, or you can have one or two of them, or none of them. It's up to you. Up to you what you have, okay? So you're laying there, face down, you put a little jacket, gown type thing on, and the back's open. You lay face down on the bed. Nurse comes and holds your hands, looks at you the whole time and talks to you, making you, trying to calm you down a little bit. And the surgeon or whatever he is goes round the back and shoves a camera up there. Meters of the damn thing. Meters and meters of this thing go up you. Okay? And it has a look around inside. He pushes a button, some air comes out. It expands your inside. That's the painful bit, to be honest. That's the little bit that's painful. But it goes on for like 10 seconds, and he pushes another button, the air comes out, and it's all right. That's why I didn't have the pain relief. Yeah, it did hurt a few times, but not for... it was not like, you're in constant pain for hours on end. 10 seconds maximum at a time when he had a little look around and all that. And that goes on for 15 minutes while they're having a look around in there. And then at the end, they pull it out and it's done. Okay? That's the experience. But the bit people don't like, of course, understandably, is that long pipe thing that goes in you. It's a bit like a narrow hose. I had mine done I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago now, to be honest. Anyway, it says in a colonoscopy, and it explains what I've just told you, a long, thin, camera-ended probe is passed through the bum end and colon to hunt and remove abnormalities and take tissue samples. Now, this long thing, as well as having a camera on the end, has got some sort of device which can remove bits that it thinks might be causing you a problem. And when it does that, you don't feel that. There's no feeling. It can also take samples. I don't know how that exactly works. Presumably it cuts a bit out and pulls it back out again. You do not feel that. I don't think there's any nerve endings there, really. You don't feel that at all. Because they took a little bit out of me, put under the microscope. Didn't feel a thing. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit now. Okay, that's done. You think, what happened? Nothing. Nothing, because you don't know. The examination, it says, can be uncomfortable for the patient. And I would say more uncomfortable than painful, okay? And requires highly skilled doctors to be performed, limiting the availability of the procedure. This artificial intelligence system, however, will aid less experienced doctors and nurses in safely guiding the probe to precise locations within the colon. Patient trials using the system could begin as early as next year. And I'll show you the photograph just in case a few people joining us like. Good morning to you. Welcome along to our show. There we are. That's the thing there. And that bit there, right? So they put a magnet thing in you, from what I gather, with a little camera type thing. And that thing above there, I believe, guides it. So above you. So that bit would actually be outside of you, yeah? I was absolutely fascinated reading this yesterday. The story goes on. Colonoscopy gives doctors a window into a world hidden deep inside us and provides a vital role in the screening of various diseases. But the technology has remained unchanged for decades. It's been done like that now for ages. A bit like calling out dino rod, really. It's great, though, isn't it? It's great, though. I seem to remember, and that's the story. There's a lot more of that if you want to read it in the Daily Mail, boys and girls. I'll post it into the little chat box in case anyone wants to read that out. But there you go. There's our little piece of information there. There was another thing that I saw years ago, which was similar. And it was like a pill, a large pill. And you would swallow it, okay? Swallow this pill. And I think that had a camera on it somehow, and they would watch as it went through your system. But I gather that they couldn't get the battery to last long enough, or something like that. It didn't quite work as well as they wanted it to do. So there we go. Isn't that a great thing, though? How technology moves on like that and makes us all better in a way. Instead of inventing new ways to kill us, which they usually do, some sort of new nuclear bomb or another form of gas to kill us all. Yeah, or a virus, whatever. Oh dear, you can't win. Let's say hello to some of you this morning joining us on the show. Good morning to Jason Hughes. John Parrish, DSL DG2, good morning to you. Diane Jeb, hello lovely Diane, all right my love. Daniel Woodhouse, I sent you something, Daniel, today, which I thought you'd be interested in as you're into television and all that. I discovered today, my friend Tom Edwards put a post up today. Do you remember the ITV strike of 1979? When literally ITV went off. 3 months it was off. They were having a big row about money. The unions and all that were having about money, and they wanted more money and they didn't want to pay them more money. And ITV in those days, they were making an absolute fortune. And the people at the top didn't want to share it around. Right? What tended to happen in those days is that you got the training from the best broadcaster in the world, the BBC. You got all your training there. I'm talking technical training, not presenters. Technical training you do at the BBC. And then you try and get a job at ITV where they paid heaps load more money. That's how it works, except that they wanted more money. And they had this big row, and one by one, the ITV companies went off the air. And they were off the air for 3 months. 3 months. except one. And I only discovered that this morning because my friend Tom Edwards put up a little post, and Channel TV, which is in Jersey, Guernsey, those islands, Channel Islands, they stayed on air. They stayed on air. And I watched this little thing on YouTube, literally about 8:30 this morning. It's about 10 minutes long. And it described how they managed to come on air, and they literally, because the larger ITV companies, Thames, ATV at the time, which became Central, all the big one, Granada, London Weekend, they stopped making programmes. And all they were left with was this tiny little TV station in the Channel Islands. And eventually, of course, all the big players, they ran out of programmes. And they literally had to film anything that was moving. And then viewers started sending in bits and pieces. And there was one bloke on there, he said, I was sitting here ready to start the next show, push a button, and realised there wasn't one. And they literally had to make up a show there and then. I suppose a little bit like I do, sitting here, really, when you think about it. You know, it was absolutely fascinating to watch there. Did you want a link to that, perhaps, so you can watch that again later? Let me see if I can find that for you. Who was it now? Who did I say? It was Tom, wasn't it? That's Tom. And if you get a chance, do have a watch of that. It's really interesting. Of course, it's very old. You know, it's very, very old. But there it is. It's called... Right, hang on a minute. Let me just pause that before that comes on. It's called Channel Strikes Back. And it was the only... It's the only station that managed to remain on air in all that time. It's great, isn't it? What else has happened? I keep getting the smoke alarm keeps going off in the hallway here, and I'm not quite sure why that is. I've put another battery in today, although I tested the other battery, you know. It's funny, sometimes you do that and it leaves a horrible taste on your tongue. Have you ever done that? When you know you test the battery, and you get that little tingle. Now, it was quite a strong tingle, I must say, going across my tongue. So I don't know what's making that smoke alarm go off, but it's gone off twice now. And I took the battery out last night. I thought, I don't want that going off at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, because they're quite loud, aren't they? And the pitch of it, I mean, all the caravans around me would hear it. Not nice. It's not fair. So I took the battery out, and I've put a brand new battery in today to see if that cures the problem. Because it could be a voltage drop, couldn't it? Something like that, really. You know? Anyway, so that's that. Who are we saying hello to? Where would we go? DSLDG2, good morning to you. He'll be all ready for the quiz later, won't you? Quiz is all ready to go later. All ready to go later. All right. Quiz tonight, 8 o'clock on this channel. Do join us. Spread the word. Spread the word. Get some more people along for our quiz tonight, 8 o'clock on this channel. Morning to Jason Hughes, Kevin Ashbourne, Arnold Ashburner. Morning to you. There's my nephew, Gary Butler. Morning, Gary. John Aitken, good morning to you. Denise Andrews, head of ducks on this channel. Morning, Denise. Michael Borman. Morning, Michael. All right, my love. Gary Ross, hello to you. Gary sent those in a bit late, didn't you? Those news stories. May or may not use them today or tomorrow. All right, Gary. But thank you very much. I do appreciate anything anyone sends in. You know that. Morning to Sherry, DMP. Morning, Sherry. John, I think I said hello to. Fran Green, good morning. Scrolling down there nice and quickly. Morning to Jeff. Morning, Jeff. After colonoscopy, you're continuing farting. Do you know, Jeffrey, they told me that and I didn't. I think it's still in there now. The air. That's why I'm looking fat. As my sister quite happily told me last night. She kept having goes at me last night. Such a negative person, my sister, sometimes. It's like some of you on here trying to get one over on me. Not all of you. All the time, just trying to get one over. As soon as she finds a little bit of negativity, she's there. She's coming over later with Martin. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of I'm on my studios are being used today as a location. Yes, for the Empire Strikes Back videos. Butler's Empire videos. I'm being used as a location, you know. Yes. Oh, there won't be a charge. No, there won't be a charge. Won't be charged at all. Not what for all the work he's done for me for nothing. I don't think so. Oh, talking of DIY, something arrived in the post. Yes, I was having my little sleep yesterday afternoon. And at 6 o'clock, I normally wake up. So I've just woken up and I could hear a knock on my caravan door. I thought, oh, Mark Bowles has turned up at last. Anyway, I said, I'll be there in a minute. And I opened the door. And Sylvie's standing there, queen of all caravans. Morning, Sylvie. I've got a parcel for you. I said, wow, how exciting. Great big parcel it was. And I said, do you know, that's the first, I think it's the first letter, might be the second letter I've had here in 2.5 years. I said, that's the first parcel I've had here in 2.5 years. She said, well, don't make a habit of it. She was looking very wet. Bless her. She's wonderful. Sylvie comes round. She delivers all the letters. She's got a little wheelie wicker basket. And she literally pushes it around and brings all the parcels round. So there I had my parcel. I knew what it was. It's the new rubber seals for my doors because I've noticed they've gone a little bit... well, there's literally bits falling off. The rubber's perished. So I've got this... Look, it's quite a lot of it. He sent me all this in the post. For nothing. Skipsy Caravans. I must say thank you very much to Skipsy Caravans, who does double glazing and that on caravans. And he says you literally just push it into the gap. So I don't know how easy that will be. But I'll try and do that later. Fortunately, I got my brother-in-law. He'll be able to advise me. And I think I might even be able to do that myself. In the door, there's like a little gap. Yeah, and you can see where the old one's in there. And you can. Well, I say you can pull it out. The trouble is it's breaking. And I've got a feeling that bit of rubber will break off in the slot before you can actually get it out. Do you know what I mean? But I've got so much of it here, as I say. It doesn't smell like... It smells a bit petrol-y, if you see what I mean. Smells a bit petrol-y, really. But there we are. That's a little job maybe to be done today. So much to do, really. So much to do. I like to be busy, you know. I like to be busy all the time. So that's to be done a little bit later on. Gary Ross is glad he got a tea break yesterday. It gave him a chance to get off the chat and head to Tesco's. Feel free. Morning. There's Mandy Davenport. Morning, Mandy. So everyone, I think we said hello to everyone. Fun things to do with tech. If you're going to do DIY, use washing up liquid in the channels. It'll help you push it into place. Thank you very much, Tech Sparky. I'll take that on board. Maybe give that a go. But Martin will be able to tell me what to do. Morning to Michael Lawrence. Morning, Martin. Is that everything there? Is that everyone? Michael. Oh, there's my sister. Morning. You're the negative one, not me. Here I go. See, she starts straight away, immediately being negative about my comments. Why is that? Morning, sis. They're back from Cyprus. La Cipra. 12 pois. Morning. Martin's there as well. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. So they'll be over a little bit later on. So looking forward to that. Jeff, is it combined smoke alarm, carbon monoxide? No, I've got a separate carbon monoxide one. I've got two smoke... Well, actually in the living room and the hallway, I've got a separate smoke alarm and a carbon monoxide alarm. So there we are. Good. Righty-ho. Good, let's get on with it then. Donny Osmond, here's a question for you. Who would you like... What star would you like to perform your wedding ceremony? Anyone in particular? Quite like a star to come along and say, yes, do you take this man to be your wedded husband? Yes, do you take this lady to be your wedded wife? Would you like a star to do it? Who would you like to do it? And why? I quite like to have one of the Disney witches doing mine, you know. Yes, Ursula. Ursula. Come forward, you poor unfortunate souls, in pain, in need. In the Metro this morning, Donny Osmond. Donny Osmond made sure he was dressed to impress. as he turned into Pastor Osmond for a friend's wedding over the weekend. The legendary performer was on hand to help officiate a pal's wedding bells in Utah, and he was clearly thrilled to add a new title to his resume. The 62-year-old, 62 now, Donny Osmond. Remember all the girls used to scream when he did Puppy Love? And they called it Puppy Love. You're the answer to my prayers. Ooh, ooh. And there used to be a bit... after the chorus, he used to go, someone tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, please. And then all the girls used to scream. It's a bit like that when I go into Aldi. You know, my millions of fans sort of congregate outside, adoring me as I just try and go in. Sometimes I've got a little hat on. You know, I try and disguise myself in my little blue hat like that. You know, but I try and I'm still recognised. Terrible. Maybe with the glasses. Does that work? Now, I want you to tell me, does that look like me now? Does that still look like me? Does that look like me, or is that... I don't know. You think someone else is... Look, watch this, watch. It's me! Did you see that? You thought someone else had taken over the show then, didn't you? Huh? Anyway, the 62-year-old almost stole attention away from the happy couple as he rocked up to the event in a long, vibrant coat. I'll show you a picture in a minute. As he shared snaps from the occasion on the social media, it was hard to miss the star in his ensemble, which was made famous thanks to his long run in the stage and film musical Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I close my eyes, drew back the curtain, to see for certain, what I thought I knew. That one. Little Jason Donovan, bless him. And he did the wedding. So here's a picture. Is there anyone that you'd like to do your wedding? I wonder if I'll ever get married again. I've already been married once. Didn't quite work out, unfortunately. But there we are. Hang on. There you go. Donny Osmond. Look. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Especially at a gay wedding, because we like colour. We like colour and glitter. You know, we do. There you go. That'd be all right, wouldn't it, eh? I think that looks fantastic. He looks very happy and all. What's this mild porn going on there on the side? Which you can't be seeing that on this channel, dear. This is a clean, family-based programme, I love, you know. Just a minute here. Where is it now? There you go. There he is again. Little Donny Osmond, bless his heart. 62. I can't believe it. 62. What's it else it say here? The husband always loved the musical, Joseph, the new husband, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. In fact, he saw me in that musical several times. She was in it. Was she in it? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, she was in it. The wife was in it. So it's fantastic, isn't it? I quite like the idea of that. Is there anyone that you'd like to marry you as a matter of interest? You know, Daniel Woodhouse says Brendan Brady. Brendan Brady sounds like someone who's been in Mrs. Brown's Boys. Is that right? Oh, dear me. Daniel says, I won't be getting married. I might get a girlfriend and live in sin for the rest of my life, but I don't know about marriage. Yeah, well, maybe. Costs a lot of money to get married. It does cost, especially now, a fortune to get married. Although there are some places... I believe... Now, where is it? You can't get married now at the moment, somewhere. Is it Liverpool? It might be Liverpool. I don't think you can get married at the moment in Liverpool. They've got a Tier 3 lockdown, haven't they, in Liverpool? Tier 3 lockdown. They've got these new tiers. Did you see old Boris on the telly last night? They got these new tiers of virus level with different instructions for each tier. Interesting, isn't it, eh? Gemma Collins could marry John Parish's wedding. Yeah, you quite like the... I'm sure she'd bring a lot of fun into it there, wouldn't it, mate, really? Interesting. What else have I got to tell you today? So that's what star. Who would I have do my wedding? I wouldn't be Barry Manilow. I think Shirley Bassey. Yeah, I think Shirley Bassey. I'd quite like her to do my wedding. She could sing a few songs in between, couldn't she? You know, Goldfinger, something like that. I like the idea of that. What else have we got here? Foiled gun imports. Yes. Now, have you got a little Bluetooth speaker at home? Do you know what's inside it? Any idea? You ever opened something like that? Your Bluetooth speaker? Well, they tried to get guns in the country, hidden in Bluetooth speakers. In the Daily Mirror this morning, cops have thwarted. Now, there's an excellent word. Thwarted. Cops have thwarted a gang attempting to flood British streets with guns smuggled in from the US in Bluetooth speakers. Yes, have a look at your Amazon device. Is there anything hidden in there? It could explode at any minute. Better than exploding on the toilet, though, isn't it? Like some of you do on regular basis, from what I've been watching. A daring undercover operation led detectives to an organised crime group who were bringing deadly Taurus handguns. I don't know what they are. Some type of handgun. Taurus handguns into the UK for sale to the highest bidder. Is that going to be on Bid Up TV? My friend used to be on there. Michael is a big drag queen now in Australia. You'd probably seen him on the telly. Dolly Diamond, very, very good friend of mine. He was great, he was. And he's got much bigger in Australia than he was here. He's got his own TV show over there and everything. Michael, his name is. Dolly Diamond. Perhaps they could be on their Bid Up TV. And today's prize is a Taurus handgun, as illegally imported in a Bluetooth speaker from America. And this is something that you could all do with at all times. And we're going to start the bidding today at £10,000. Oh, no, it's going down. £9,995, £9,000, 8 for £5,000. We're starting the bidding now. Very limited. We've only got a few. And we can see on the board now. We can see on the board they're going quickly now. Get your bid in nice and quickly. We're out. Sorry, too late. You should have moved further. Bid Up TV. Would they ever be selling guns and things like that? But I wonder if they do in America. Because in America, you can walk into any shop that sells guns and just buy one, can't you? I wonder if they have that on like their shopping channels. Can you buy guns on American shopping channels, I wonder? Get your credit card ready. I hope that never happens here. I think it would be a big, big mistake for anyone to buy a gun. I really do. It says the gang advertised the weapons for sale on encrypted social media messaging platforms. Well, that'd be like WhatsApp and things like that, I suppose, wouldn't it? Because you know when you use WhatsApp, it says your messages are encrypted, doesn't it? The guns were bought in from Atlanta, Georgia, and concealed in foam inside Bluetooth speakers before being posted to addresses in Fish Ponds, Bristol, and Hackney in London. Oh, well, Hackney, that makes sense. Hackney. You don't ever want to go to Hackney. If you have to travel through London, try and choose a route that takes you around Hackney. Even worse than Croydon. I don't know if DJ Chris is with us. He knows the area. That really is a not pleasant area. Hackney in London. A brave undercover cop known only as Jimmy. Was it my nephew, Jimmy? I saw him last night. First time in months. He's sitting in the room with his girlfriend, beautiful lady, Charlotte. She's lovely. She's lovely. And I must apologise, Charlotte. I know you don't watch this show, but I accidentally farted while I sat next to you last night, didn't I? Sorry about that. Really sorry about that. I think it was the shock of seeing my sister and hearing her moaning at me. Oh, the noise, dear. I did ask why I hadn't been asked over to dinner last week or the week before while my sister was in Cyprus. Nothing. Not a phone call, a text message, Nothing. There they are, sitting in the living room, and Jimmy was watching a programme about Spitfires. He's 22, my nephew now, and he works painting cars. He paints cars, you know, when they get damaged. Do you know, I nearly swore then. I nearly said effed up. Because that's how I would speak to you if I was in front of you, you see. I do clean it up for this family-based television program. There's a bit of dust there. Family-based television program. Yeah, he fixes cars. But they haven't got much work in at the moment for some reason, which I think is quite unusual not to have many cars in for repair. On the other hand, a lot of people aren't driving very far at the moment. Hello, I'm one of them. Now, I need to ring up Toyota, really, because when I signed up for my car, which I've got on the was it PEP, I think it's, or PCP, something like that. When I signed up for my car, I signed up for 30,000 miles a year. That's what I was doing. In and out of London all the time, up and down here, you know, every week. 30,000 miles a year. And it's the same with the insurance. Although with the insurance, I paid a one-off fee to... I can't remember. I think it might be Debenhams Insurance, actually. And I signed up, you know, how many miles do you drive a year? 30,000. Well, I'm not doing anything like it. I very much doubt I'll do half of that this year. Half of it. You know, my clock in the car at the moment is reading something like 26,500 miles. And I've had the car a year and a half. You see, so I'm doing nowhere near that. So I really need to contact that. Not only that, I pay a certain amount per month for the servicing. Well, of course, I'm not doing as much servicing as I was doing now because I'm not doing the miles. So I need to get on and see if I can get some money back off that. You know. That being said, I suppose when it comes to time to either hand the car back or sell it or trade it in for another one, I suppose it will be worth more because there's not so many miles on the clock. I don't know. I love that car. It's only a Toyota, mid-range, you know, it's nothing special. Toyota, I absolutely love that car. Don't need a BMW. Don't need a Mercedes. Don't need a badge on the front. Oh, look what I've got. Don't need that. Want a reliable car. I'm not going to have to ring, oh, I've broken down. That being said, there's a lovely car which is parked just outside the caravan gates, right? It's a Honda, again, highly reliable cars. It's about the same size as mine, 850 quid. One-off payment. If I told you I pay more than that in 2 months, you see what I mean? 850 quid, one-off payment, oh, I'd save a fortune. Perhaps I should do that next time, get a second-hand car and have it professionally serviced at the, main dealer. It's a thought, rather than paying so much per month. On the other hand, being self-employed, I can claim a lot of that back, but only if you're using it for the job. You know, the accountant would be looking at my stuff next year. Well, you've claimed this and this, but you're not using it for work. So we can't claim that now. You see what I mean? So it's all... I'm not an accountant, so I don't know. I'm sure the chat box is full of experts on that sort of thing. Anyway, back to this gun story. These guns were advertised and a brave undercover cop known only as Jimmy, infiltrated the crooks in Bristol over an 18-month period in a mission known as Operation Billboard. He managed to convince them to sell him 3 handguns for £4,000. That doesn't sound much for a gun, does it? £4,000. Oh, 3 for £4,000. See, that don't sound much to me for a gun, does it? 3 killing machines for £4,000. Is it? I thought that would be like, I don't know, 10 grand each or something like that. And two other guns for £7,000 before they could make it onto the black market. Both guns were to be supplied with devastating hollow point ammunition. Don't know what that is. Which shreds the victim apart inside. Oh, an awful way to go. See, that's why I go picking up litter. A disappointing litter pick yesterday. 2 carrier bags full of the stuff. That's going along from the caravan site right the way to the bridge, which is about it's 4.5 miles there and back, so 2.5 miles each way. And what I did is I walked one way, filled up the bag. I didn't complete the task. Filled up the bag, and I knew at the other end there is a dog poo bin. Now, it's only supposed to be for dog poo, but there's nowhere else to put this blooming rubbish. They have no bins along by that river. So I kind of squeezed it into there. You can't get anything else in. It's full up now. Full up with tins. And it's mainly plastic bottles. And the reason I'm finding so much of it now is because the route I was looking after, that's all clear now. So I might walk down there, might find 1 or 2 items, because I've done it now over the last few years. What I'm doing now is going down the river bank, and the most stuff there is plastic bottles. Now, I've got a theory here. I reckon when the water comes up that river, the bottles, and it comes down again, these plastic bottles are floating down the river all the time. That's what I reckon, and that's what's getting caught there. 2 carrier bags full of rubbish yesterday, mainly plastic bottles. But now and again you find tins as well, right? So if the machine has been around to cut all the grass down, okay, it also seems to shred up these tins. And in my mind, swan or duck comes along. Oh, what's that little shiny thing? Swallows a bit of sharp tin. What an awful way to go. Isn't it? That's one of the reasons I do it. That and the fact that it's so unsightly. You know, just little animals coming along. Even a dog. Someone's dog could come along. Oh, what's up? And cut, completely mouth cut to bits, which is bad enough. Of course, if he swallows it, bye-bye. But a dreadful way to die. Dreadful. Anyway, so keep an eye out. You might want to be taking your Bluetooth speakers apart there, boys and girls, and just checking. just checking that there's no guns or anything in there, you know. Let's just scroll up there. Denise, enormous boot on your car. Yeah, it's wonderful, that car. Parkness, you can't get much more reliable than a Toyota, and that's number 1 reliability. Number 1 reliability. Number 2 miles per gallon. Speed irrelevant to me. Speed is irrelevant to me. I couldn't care less that you can do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Whoopee-doo. Whoopee-doo for that one, yeah. But, you get what you want. Weird City. Morning, Weird City. Can buy guns in Walmart in USA, which is like Asda. They've just sold, haven't they, Asda? They've sold it to 2 British lads. Yeah, good luck to them. That's good news. I like that. Sold it back to the British, Asda. Good news, that. You can buy guns in Asda, in USA, Walmart. Gosh. What else have we got here? Other stuff to tell you today. The new Star Trek series is starting on Friday. Comes out in Thursday in the US. Should be on Friday here. Oh, God, is it Netflix? Oh, yes, it's Netflix. Netflix, the new series of Discovery, comes to Netflix on Friday. We're very much looking forward to that. Last time they released 1 episode at a time. I hope they do the same thing this time. I quite like that. I don't do binge watching. At the moment, I'm still binge watching Land Girls, which was recommended to me by the delightful Maureen, who's usually with us in the morning. Thank you, Maureen. I'm now up to series 2, episode 4, about 4.5, something like that. It's great, but I'm having to binge watch that, right? Because the time scale, all these programs are running out. The one I'm watching today runs out Saturday, so I've got a little bit ahead, you know. Really good. Land Girls on the BBC iPlayer. I was watching Good Morning Britain today with morbidly obese Piers Morgan and Susanna. She didn't look happy. She really didn't look happy. There was one bit, and I watched it about 3 minutes. There's Andy Peters. He's always a bit too happy, isn't he, Andy? How can anyone be that happy? I'm sorry, you know. I quite like Andy Peters. He's bouncy and he's fun. And that's what you want to see in the morning, isn't it? Not some miserable old git who's sitting in a little room on his own moaning all the time. You want to see someone bouncy and happy like little Andy Peters. Reminds some of you who are still fairly young of your childhood days watching him on the BBC broom cupboard. And there he was bouncing away, telling us that we could win £100,000. And then it kind of cut back to Suzanne, and she was talking, and then Piers Morgan just talked all over her. And she did not look happy. He's just rude, isn't he? He's so rude. Old Andy Peters. He was doing the broadcast this morning from RHS Wisley, which is like a gardens and a garden centre as well. And I thought, you know, that might be a nice place because I'm back down south next week. That might be a nice place for me to visit. So I might go there next week because it's all outside. They've got allotted, visiting slots. So you book a visiting slot and it'd just be you and whoever you're with. So there won't be any virus problems or anything like that, you know. I've never been RAS Wisley. Yeah, I'd like to go and see that. What else have we got? Oh, I had a poo dream last night. I don't think I've ever had a poo dream. Isn't that strange? I had this poo dream where I used I don't know whose toilet it was. I used someone's toilet and it just wouldn't flush down. And other people were using... That's basically it. Other people were... Have you ever had one of these? Other people were using this toilet right after me, but it just wouldn't go down. Flashing away. And then in this dream, someone... I know where this came from. Jimmy. This came from Jimmy because I used his toilet last night at my sister's house because he's got his own sort of half to the house now. Now all the other children have moved away and have their own families. So it's just Jimmy and his girlfriend in half the house. And to use that toilet, it don't flush. You have to keep pulling the flush down. Flush, flush, flush. That's where the dreams come from, I've realised now. And I dreamt last night that I'd had a poo and it wouldn't go down. And people were, I'm really sorry it won't go down, and they were going in there and seeing it. How awful. As my poo dream last night. Morning to Brendan Brady fan. Saw your little name pop up there. Morning, Brendan. Hello. What else have we got here? Was the toilet gurgling? No, not last night, Jeff. Not last night. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. We've had that here occasionally. Do you know that's been all right for weeks, to be honest, Jeff? I'm pleased to say. Yeah, pleased to say that. So that's that. And then while ITV was on, a wonderful advert came and it had me in fits of laughter. An advert for the Vauxhall. We're talking about cars a lot this morning. The new Vauxhall SUV. Don't know if you've seen the advert. But it starts off with all these children... not toddlers, young children, you know, so babies, toddlers, young children, teenagers, like so young children, and they were all on the football field or rugby field, something like that, girls and boys, and they were playing football, and then the shot shows you all the parents around, you know, clapping and all that while they're doing the work and all that, and then they finish, right? And over on the side are all these cars, nice cars. So the children finish and approach. All the parents who are standing there en masse. And they're covered in mud. And the parents' face, because I've got all these lovely cars out there, the horrific look on these parents' faces as these children come towards them covered in mud. And they run back to their cars and start putting plastic bags and all that on their seats. Hilarious. Hilarious if you've seen that. There's a couple of really good ads on the telly at the moment. If you've seen that one, you'll know how funny it is. But I hope you get to see that one. It's for, what's it for? Vauxhall SUV cars. The parents run back and they're getting out all these plastic and paper bags and putting them on the seat because they know how messy they're going to get. What's the other ad at the moment I like? The Lloyd's ad, which I think it might have been Rachel Wheatland, actually, some weeks ago, mentioned the Lloyd's ad with the black horse. And that's just stunning. Stunning. You know, I like adverts with memorable jingles. There was an old British Airways one years ago. We'll take more care of you. Fly the flag, fly the flag. Very patriotic. And the Safeways one. Safeway. Everything you want from a store and a little bit more. And there was a one for Personal Automatic. We've got a system, complete new system, Personal Automatic, and wash your cares away. That one. 3 ads, and they've always stuck in my head, those tunes. I've got them. I've got those tunes. I've even got the Safeway tune with like the talk over. You know, because it goes, Safeway, ba, 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 and there's this long instrumental bit where the narrator, the talkover artist, will be telling you what special offers are on at Safeways this week. And it finishes, da, da, ba, 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 ba. Everything you want from a store and a little bit more. I've actually got that. I found that somewhere on YouTube. Funny, really. Safeway's still in America. I think they've come back here as like a brand, haven't they? Doing sandwiches and things like that. Good morning, Shania. Secretly viewing today. Morning, Shania. Hello, darling. All right. Hello, lovely Shania. Anyway, so that's a little ad for you to watch out on there. I think I've done everything on my list there. Isn't that fantastic? Gosh, I'm very pleased about that. Very pleased about that. Now, what other news stories have we got? And then we'll do today's raffle tickets. A flu jab. Anyone had your flu jabs? Have you had it yet? It's really quite important. I know some people don't believe in flu jabs. They have looked it up and it's got this in it, and that's really bad for your body, so they take the risk. Fine, take the risk. You know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. I do know that I've had flu, seriously bad flu, about 3 or 4 times in my life. My God, do you know you've got it? You can understand how people die from it. But, you know, if you don't want to take it, that's up to you. You take the risk. I accept that. I have mine every year. There was one year I got the flu really badly, and it came so quickly. So quickly. I was at work, perfectly all right, and all of a sudden, my legs started aching. I thought, that's funny. Why are my legs aching? That was the only symptom. Only symptom. My legs. No, hang on. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. There I was standing there doing a karaoke in the Golden Lion in Camden Town, and I got cold. I'm like, blimey, it's a bit cold in here, isn't it? People are singing. Anyway, so I'm kind of like this. I've put my jumper on. I was still cold. And I put my coat on. I said, someone opened the door in here. Because it was, what was it? I think it was November. And they're like, no. Is anyone else feeling cold? No. No one else. It was only me. And then my legs really started aching badly. And I had to sit down. I'm now on a stool like this. And very quickly, within the space of 5 minutes, I went from perfectly all right to seriously ill. God knows how I got home. That's how quick it was. And funnily enough, that was 3 days after I'd had a flu injection. They say you can't get it off that, but that's the only time that's happened. Other times, might have got a bit of an achy arm. 1 year I was a bit, oh God, you know, I've had this flu injection. I was like that. One evening. Was the evening directly after the flu injection. I went, oh, God, I don't want to get up. After my afternoon sleep, I was like, oh, God. Oh, I'm so tired. And I went to bed, got up in the morning, and it was gone. It was gone. But I get it every year. I've had mine this year, not last Saturday, the Saturday before. In the Daily Mail, it says, for many people, getting the annual flu jab is nothing more than an irritating chore. And nearly a third of those who need it don't even bother. You know, they do say, if you've got, it's all very well you're sitting there, oh, I'm fit and healthy, there's nothing wrong with me, I'll be able to cope. Right, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Don't expect me to come and visit you in hospital when you're ill. For many people, getting the annual flu jab is nothing more than an irritating chore, and nearly a third of those who do it don't bother. This year, though, there's more reason than ever to get the flu vaccine because, right, they've discovered this by accident. For the latest research suggests it could offer some protection against COVID-19. It comes, and when you see that and they say it's not a type of flu, you kind of wonder a bit. Do you know what I mean? It comes as a new large trial is launched to see whether the widely used BCG vaccine against TB. Did you have that at school? That was a proud moment, wasn't it? When you're in the changing room with the other boys and you've got this great mark on there, eh? Yeah, I've had my TB injection now. Yeah, against TB could also help protect healthcare workers against coronavirus. They're now saying. Yet, just as experts hailed the flu jab findings as great news, worrying cracks have appeared in this year's flu vaccine campaign, which could mean delays for some in need of the jab and potentially no NHS jab for others at all. Now, when I rang up my doctors, they had one appointment left, which I grabbed, and that was it. That was it. They'd run out of injections after that. They had one left. They fitted me in this, what was it, something like 10:27 on a Saturday morning. But that was the last appointment they had left, and that was all the vaccines used. It says this year's immunisation plan is the largest ever undertaken. GPs, pharmacies are racing to vaccinate almost 30 million people in England against the flu in the next 2 months to help prevent the health service collapsing under the joint burden of a flu outbreak and COVID-19 as well. It says it's not simply that a flu jab might prevent a double whammy of infection. Groundbreaking research suggests flu vaccines may also be able to prime the immune system to attack and destroy invading coronavirus too, reducing COVID deaths by more than a third. So we might have accidentally protected yourself, not perhaps fully, but against the coronavirus as well. Maybe you would still, it doesn't say here, maybe you would still get it, but not as badly. I now know people that have had it, some people really badly, other people, yeah, I've had a test and I've got it, and then all they've got is like a bit of a cold. That's how it affected them. So you don't know, do you? I think most young people are probably okay. But judging from the news things that come up there. Interesting story, though, and that's in the Daily Mail if you want to read a little bit more of that. Okay, good morning to George Bond joining us today. Morning, George. Welcome along to you. Oh, by the way, I'm afraid the flowers have gone. You may have noticed the flowers have gone now. Sorry about that, my love. No flowers. There's no subtitles, Shania. I'm sorry. Actually, there is. I believe you can get subtitles for YouTube shows. I'm not sure if you can do it with the live ones, though. I'm not 100% sure of that. I believe you can turn on subtitles for YouTube shows now. Morning, Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Yeah, but I don't know if it works with the live ones. Perhaps someone on here would know that. Might be worth having a little look around for that. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, it's fallen down there. Look, that's fallen down, isn't it? Never mind. I did stick that on there. Might be better with a sticker. There's next week's fridge magnet waiting to be won. Yes, the flowers have gone now. They're dead. So I've chucked them. Oh, they stank. I took them over the where they recycled the garden waste and all that business. I just dropped them down there. But I've kept the box because otherwise my nephew will be a bit upset if I'm not advertising his programme there, you know. 300 quid. Sorry, I beg your pardon. £300,000. Sound a nice little round figure to you? Daily Mail today, a mother of two has won. Perhaps I'm doing this all wrong, looking for a house. Perhaps I should be trying to win one. Huh? It's all happening, you know. I was looking on the Right Move yesterday. There's another couple of places now I think I might like to look at. Yes, I've got a viewing on Thursday, 4 o'clock up the road there. I've got the estate agent coming round to my place on Friday to give me a valuation. I've got forms from my independent financial advisor to fill out to see what options I could do. Anyway, so busy. A mother of two has won a beautiful Welsh home for just £10 in a property raffle. How fantastic is that? After its owners spent 2 years painstakingly renovating the two-bedroom cottage they bought for only 150 grand. I think it's great, if you can buy a property and do it up yourself. It's relatively cheap to do that. Was it last night? Again, at my sister's house last night. I think we saw something about kitchens, an advert for kitchens, that was it. And me and Jimmy and Charlotte are sitting there watching this advert for kitchens. And special offer, just £10,000 on £10,000 for a cooker and a few blooming cupboards and tiles. Are you for real? People spend that. I wouldn't. £10,000 on a kitchen. Wow. Most of the thing you can get dearer ones than that. 20 grand. And basically it's a few cupboards, a worktop, some tiles and a sink. £20,000, please. Thank you very much. Of course, if you can do all this thing yourself, you're just laughing, aren't you? If you're that, and a lot of blokes are, and women. You can do the stuff. Can you just imagine, right? If I decided to try and change the worktop in my kitchen myself. This great big bit of wood would come, wouldn't it? Now I'd be with the jigsaw. I mean, how does that work? Jigsaw. So you cut a hole in the middle and this thing goes like that, doesn't it? When you turn it. I had a jigsaw once. You can turn it up. How'd you get that in? Oh, you must drill a hole first, I suppose. So I'd have a little drawer in there. I'm not that stupid, right? I'd have the sink. I'd turn it upside down, put it on the bit of wood, and draw around it like that. That's my hole, wouldn't it? Is that right? I'd then drill a little hole, and then with the jigsaw, but it wouldn't be straight. I'm telling you now, it wouldn't be straight. And there would be bits where I'd go over the line. Can you just imagine me putting in a worktop? I cannot do that stuff. And I don't want to do that stuff either. It gives me no pleasure to sit there cutting up a bit of wood or putting some paint on something. Absolutely no pleasure whatsoever. My sister loves it. She loves it. She loves painting. She painted this caravan very well inside. Except she refused to do my hall orange. I don't know why. I think it's a perfectly good colour. Orange. White. And it's just white. I mean, quite frankly, it's a racist hallway I've got here because it's white. It's racist. That's what that bloke on Britain's Got Talent would have said, wasn't it? Oh, I have a racist hall because it's white. It needs to be a colour of some sort. White, not allowed. Even me, to do this show, I make sure that I'm not too white. Can you see the tan? I may have to go out and get one of those tanning machines just to keep myself in check. Otherwise, we don't want complaints. Ow! There's a bloke. Oh, there's a bloke on the YouTube. He's far too white. I want to complain about that. Anyway, can we go back to this story, please? This mother of two has won a beautiful Welsh home for There's some beautiful parts of Wales. My mate's got a hotel there. Martin. He's part owner of Central Station. He's got a hotel in Wales. It's not like a 30-bed hotel, like I don't know, 6 bedrooms or something like that. He loves it. He told me, he said, why don't you come down and live down here? It's dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. What you can have, for the same of what you have a house down south with, Even better value than Lincolnshire, actually. Parts of Wales. Middle of nowhere. Oh, stone cottage. Oh, there's a thought. this couple purchased a property which is now worth £300,000 in the Llyn Peninsula in Wales in September 2018, and began developing it, working 14 hours a day on the project. They decided to sell their home for a competition earlier this year, charging entrants £5 each for the chance to win the cottage. Around 87,000 people entered the raffle, meaning they made a total of £435,000, an impressive £285,000 profit on their project. Blooming good luck to them. Absolutely good luck to them. Perhaps I could do that with this caravan when I need to sell it. Put it up as a raffle. £5 each, all right, you know. Is that a good idea? The couple donated. They then donated £65,000 of the proceeds to the Children's Society charity. Isn't that nice? I love it. And this lady won it. And it's beautiful. It's grey. Now, you know, like, I'm not a fan of grey, but grey stone outside, I mean, that works. And it looks Welsh, doesn't it? Doesn't that look Welsh because of the colour of it? I love it. I love that. Look at it. Fantastic. Small windows, though. Small windows. And I don't know how well stone does a sort of insulation. Presumably, you'd have to have something else inside. But they've done it all up. How fantastic. £10. Is there like a website or something like that I can find raffles for cottages or something? Huh? Might be an idea, mightn't it? Good morning to the Dark Side 69. Morning to you. Excuse me. How are we doing on time? 9:45, isn't it? Mars, are you a fan of looking up into the sky at the stars? I like doing that. I love doing that. Mars tonight, we'd already started last night, but it was raining here, so we couldn't see anything. Mars will appear like a bright reddish star in tonight, that's Tuesday, as the red planet reaches its point of opposition with the Earth between it and the Sun. It's going to be close. The closest it's going to be for about 30 years, I think, or something like that. Or 10 years, something I can't remember now, 25 years? Hang on, it might be in the story here. It will be visible with the naked eye and appear slightly reddish in colour. Looking through a telescope should allow you to spot surface features and polar ice caps, so I'll be out there tonight. After me quiz with my binoculars, having a look at Mars, should be able to spot it easily. It says it won't appear this bright again until 2035, when the two planets are next in close alignment with one another, but it should now be bright until October. So watch that. It says, from the UK, Mars will rise above the horizon at about 7:20 tonight, but will be best viewed after midnight. To see it look eastwards towards Pisces. I don't know what Pisces looks like, actually. The only kind of two constellations I can see in the sky are the Plough, you know, and the other one that goes like that. I don't know what that one is. They're about the only two I ever recognise up there. But I'll certainly be having a look at for my binoculars after tonight's quiz. How exciting. Looking at the stars. I could spend ages just looking up there at them, twinkling away, couldn't you there? Parkness says on Saturday night I could see Mars, Jupiter and Saturn. Well, I probably could see them as well, except I don't know which is which. I've got this app. Stars something or something. Where is it now? Star Walk it's called. Oh, where is it now? It plays music and all. There it is, Starlink or something like that. And you're supposed to point this, and it shows you where. If you point it that way, then you look up and it's supposed to be able to see what's on the computer. But I can't work it. It's all very complex to me, I must admit. What's it like to be bitten by a shark? Daily Star this morning. Daily Star. A man has been filmed covered in blood after surviving a terrifying shark attack on a popular Florida beach. You just imagine that, right? Being in the water and suddenly a shark gets hold of your leg. Can you imagine the pain? Not to mention the fear. This bloke from California went for a swim at the South Beach in Miami with his girlfriend, despite warnings in place. Well, no one ever takes any notice of warnings, do they? These stupid people. They told him not to go in there. But he thought it was cool to have a swim with the fish and was later bitten by a black-tipped shark. I don't know what that is. He is seen writhing in pain on the beach as blood pours down his right leg. Poor soul. His girlfriend stays next to him to assist the paramedic while other stunned beachgoers watch on. I feel so... just imagine the pain. Lucky to get out of there, weren't it? Why don't they listen? People don't listen, do they? No, I'm hard enough to... you can just imagine it. Kind of, I'm hard enough to swim with them. I'll be all right. Yeah, okay, mate. Now you've got half your leg hanging off. He was taken to hospital where he spent one night for treatment, and he said there were a lot of fish in the water that day, which is why I was later told that it was a warning not to go into the water. I thought it was really cool. I was feeling one with nature. What a dickhead, honestly. When he recalled the moment he got bitten, he added that it felt like something punched my leg really hard. Oh, is that right? So is that what it feels like, being bitten by a shark? Because I've got strong legs, you know. Very strong legs. It's all the walking. 2 hours yesterday walking. I hurt my foot, though, while I was down the riverbank. It's quite steep and my foot was kind of bent a little bit like that. It says, my girlfriend and I assessed my leg and saw how there was a big chunk taken out of it. Poor old soul. Mark said, oh, what was that falling down? I wonder what... Oh, it's not... Oh, no, look. I think we're going to have to replace that with a sticker. That's not staying up there, is it? Just a moment. Routine maintenance must now take place. Thank you very much. I hope I get it on there straight. Have I got a sticker? Have I got one sticker here? I should really send myself a super chat for my sticker. Hang on a minute. Where is it now? There it is. Let's put a sticker on there. There we are. Look, I'm using one of my own stickers. Look at that. There we are. There we are. Look at that. Is Gary still with us? Look, it's become part of the set. That has Gary. That was a good gift, that was. Not only the flowers, but we now have a stand. Actually, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, that works, doesn't it? Look at that. Look. Yeah. Maybe not those. No, not those up there. That's good, isn't it? Put that there. Put that there. There we go. Gang, if you're sending a super chat on the shows this week, there's your prize. We're giving away a pack of cards this week and a red pen. That's our super chat prize. Every time you send a £1 super chat, I'll give you a free raffle ticket to win those two. Draw takes place on Thursday for that. That kind of works, doesn't it? Like that. Do you think? Do you think? He says, this bloke says on the my girlfriend and I assessed my leg and saw how there'd been a big chunk taken out of it. Mark described the injury. I was hoping it wasn't a shark, but I knew it was that likely. Gosh. Double red flag. Yeah, what an idiot. Double red flags have been flying at lifeguard stands between the 5th and 15th Street to warn beachgoers against going in the water. But he still went in. What an idiot. Dad of two. What about the children, eh? What about your children? You know, they would have had, it might have been worse than that, and they might not have had a dad now, mightn't it, eh? Oh, dear me. There's Chris Woodhouse. Good evening, Chris. Hello, Chris. Hackney is horrible indeed. There you go. That was about an hour ago, I meant. God, an hour has passed since I started the show, is it really? I just don't notice it go. I really don't. Right, we've got one more story. Then we'll do today's raffle tickets. I don't think there was any pictures to show you today, actually. No pictures today. Okay, so we'll do the raffle tickets very shortly. Good evening to Adrian Richardson joining there. £8,500 to do his kitchen. I was getting quotes for £29,000 for a kitchen. I mean, it's silly money, isn't it? How is it £29,000 to do someone's kitchen? What a rip-off. That's one thing. He's got a granite top. Now, I'd like that. That's beautiful. That is, and you'd have to spend the money, there's no way of cutting costs there. A granite. Just imagine buying a bit of granite, Adrian, right? Doing the job yourself and cracking it. I think maybe if I was doing a kitchen, or like Martin probably came round and any chance of a new kitchen, Martin? If he did that, it might be that the granite part of it, you could just get someone in to do that bit, couldn't you? Then they take the risk. Might be worth paying for someone to do that. £29,000 for a blooming kitchen. Shocking, isn't it, really? Parknest built his shed with a jigsaw, miter saw, cordless drill and a cordless impact driver. All mysteries to me, those things. Anyway, good morning, Chris. That shark saw his little worm and decided to go for the leg instead. Wouldn't happen to you like that, Chris, would it? Oh, sorry. One more story then. McDonald's, do you like spicy food? The snowflakes are moaning. Oh, we don't like the new burgers. They're too spicy. Seriously. In today's Daily Star, McDonald's customers complained about the spice level of the spicy quarter-pounder burger. Oh, you poor little snowflakes. Can't handle the heat. Even though they ordered a menu item with a kick, they couldn't handle the heat. Nothing worse than ordering a hot dish. I don't mean hot as in heat, like a spicy dish, and then it's not spicy enough. When I do my campfire stews or spaghetti arrabbiata, my mouth is begging for a bit of ice cream or a bit of cheese to take it away a bit. Yes. McDonald's can't seem to get the spice right, it says in the Daily Star. The fast food giant has been criticised for releasing hot chicken nuggets that didn't have enough kick. But now customers are having the opposite problem. They're never happy, are they? Scores of McDonald's fans have taken to Twitter to complain in a new spicy quarter-pounder burger is too spicy. The combination of jalapenos, spicy ketchup and a pepper jack's cheese is a step too far for some of you poor little snowflakes. Oh, you don't like it, so you wrote to Twitter, did you? Oh, bless. Oh. Instead of not just buying it, they'd soon get the message. McDonald's would soon get the message if you just stopped buying it. One Twitter user wrote, spicy quarter-pounder sauce is too much. It spoils it. Oh, what a shame. Another says, seeing as the McDonald's spicy nuggets weren't spicy, I thought I'd try the new spicy quarter-pounder. I wish I hadn't. Now I can't taste anything. Oh, come on. All that stuff tastes the same anyway. Doesn't it? That McDonald's stuff. My mate don't like spicy food. Oh, it's so awkward when you take him to a restaurant. And can't have this, can't have that. Mind you, I'm the same, I suppose, when I think about it. I tend to have what's on offer as long as it's not a dead animal of any sort. Tea is the one thing. Tea, I'm so serious about my tea. Oh, God, the amount of times... Do you want milk? Yeah, just a tiny bit. Can I have the milk on the side? Well, we'll put it in for just a really small bit of milk. Thanks very much. Pours the after jug in. Is that enough? Are you for real? Put it back, dear. Put it back. Of course it's too much. I told you that. Nope, I don't want that. Do me another one. And they do another one, and then they give you the milk. Why didn't they just give it to me in the first time? Be done with it. I don't know. Right, raffle ticket time, gang. Who wants a raffle ticket for next Monday's raffle? You could win this fridge magnet. Yes, not many of those left now. So if you haven't won one yet, you need to keep trying, my darlings. Who's got the collection? I had a little bit of a breathing difficulty last night, I must say. Over at my sister's house. Might have been the dog, though. Hang on, let me just put these in order. Order! 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 I thought we could do that job. Speak at the House. Prime Minister, would you sit down? Honestly, you should know better. Bring back Betty. We love Betty. Betty Boothroyd. We liked her. Raffle tickets. Anyone texting? Maureen, 706 for young Maureen. Thank you, Maureen. Michael Pullman, 707. Tony King, 708. Jason Hughes, 709. Diane Jebb, 710. Thank you, Diane. Denise Andrews, Head of Ducks, 711. 711. None of those near you, is there, my love? No shops near Diane. Nothing wrong with Denise, rather. Nothing wrong with that girl. Jeff, thank you, Jeff. 712. Hello to Linda this morning as well. What's she doing today? Anything exciting? Your lovely wife. Are you over again soon at all, Jeff? Or you... I couldn't remember, Jeff. I bet I've asked you this already. Have you got decent eating in your caravan, by the way? Don't know if you've got decent heating in there, have you? Thank you, Jeff. Jeff, Mick Davenport, 713. And Weird City, 714. Weird City, 714. Chris has herbal tea. Oh, no. I don't like any of that Ponzi tea. Horrible stuff. Raspberry infusion and all that business. Nope. Horrible. Green tea. What's all that? Green tea. It's not tea, is it? Tea is supposed to be black. Tea's got to be black. Yorkshire tea. That's what you want, mate. Builder's tea. None of that Ponzi stuff in the little stupid cafes. Awful. It's not herbal tea. We're going to rename herbal tea Ponzi tea. That's what it is. Ponzi tea. That's what Chris has. Surprise, surprise. Gary Ross is just asking for one ticket today. Very sensible, Gary. Aye. Morning, Mark Bowles at 716 for young Mark. Anyone else? Anyone else? Thursday and Friday. You're down Thursday and Friday, are you? Just gas fire and electric radiators. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how warm that caravan is there, to be honest. Your one, but you'll soon find out. I leave my hot air thing on all night sometimes. Not last night. It was warm last night. I woke up at 6. I couldn't get back off. I went to bed a bit earlier last night, like 11:30. I got back from my sister's house. I had a show and I thought I'd just go to bed, so I went to bed and got off quite quickly. But then I woke up an hour earlier, so you can't win, can you? I think maybe I'll try and sleep too much at night. And Fran, 717 for Fran Green. Anyone else for a raffle ticket this morning? Please speak now, my dears. I did have another couple of stories here, actually, that Gary Ross has sent in. Bit late this morning, Gary, but never mind, dear. Try and do it earlier, my love. But I appreciate anything one sends in. Thank you. Gemma Collins is going to follow in the footsteps now of Winston Churchill and the Dalai Lama by addressing the Cambridge Union. You can't be serious. Of what interest has she got to the students? I mean, they're just on their own planet anyway, aren't they? Must be one of the little left-wing groups that she's going to address, I suppose. You couldn't make it up, could you? She's been invited to address students, this is in The Sun, at the revered institution on November the 14th. That's Cambridge Union Debating Society. Oh, you can imagine that lot, can't you? Sitting there waving their little arms in the air. They're not happy about this, that or the other. I can't think of anything worse than sitting in a room full of Cambridge Union University students. So full of self-entitlement. A source tells me the idea is to diversify the sort of people who speak so that the union moves with the times. So they've got that old foul-mouthed battle axe to go in there. What's she going to talk about? Fashion? In terms of modern popular culture, Gemma has managed to cement herself as a major figure in recent years. Well, you can hardly miss her, can you? Be honest. She has published 2 books, run a fashion company, and has millions of followers online. Her insights into 21st century celebrity culture will be fascinating, and she'll be funny too. Well, it'd be a change, wouldn't it, from seeing her cry? Is she actually going to laugh? Wow. I wonder what she'd tell that. She's from Romford, isn't she? I used to DJ there years ago, Romford. You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up, really, could you? I don't know. Rightio, gang. Let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this, what is it? Is it Wednesday? Was it? Happy birthday on this Tuesday, the 13th of October 2020 to Matt Martins. I haven't heard from you for a while, Matt. I do hope all is going well for you, sir. Happy birthday to Matt Martins. Emma Louise, he's 33 today. Hope your little boy's doing all right there. Happy birthday. Emma Louise Clements today is a young 38 years old. Happy birthday, Emma. Henry White is 27 today. Good morning, Henry. And Julien Brunn today, birthday as well. So happy birthday to all of you on this Thursday. What is it? Tuesday. I can't remember the day. Tuesday, the 13th of October, 2020. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You, happy birthday. And you and everyone else. Happy birthday, my darlings. Enjoy your little old birthdays there. All right. Okay, gang. Just a reminder that tonight is our quiz this evening. 8 o'clock is quiz time tonight. We're all ready to go. Nice little music round for you. I've given you little clues all week long of some of the questions and the current affairs round. So that's quiz night tonight at 8 o'clock on this channel. Right now, it's time for our daily game of bingo. Are you ready for our little daily game of bingo? Yes, indeed. You should have received a little bingo ticket through the post. We're playing Tuesday the 13th of October 2020 is the game we're playing today. Get your little tickets out. Eyes down. And the prize is, as always, one more exciting raffle ticket so that you can possibly win our exclusive fridge magnet on the show next Monday. All right? Off we go then. Eyes down. Here comes your first exciting number. Bring up the bingo board. I nearly forgot to do that. There we are. 4 and 1, 41. 8 and 3, 83. 6 and 3, 63. All on its own, little number 7. 5 and 9, the Brighton line. Woo, woo. Buh, buh. 3 and 1, 31. 3 and 7, 37. 3 and 6, 36. Who's going to win today? 8 and 4, 84. 8 and 6, 86. Boris's Den, number 10. He's losing his hair, isn't he, old Boris? Poor old soul. All the 7s, 77. 2 and 6, 26. 2 and 8, 28. 5 and 4, 54. Blah, blah. 1 and 5, 15. Unlucky for some. Who's feeling unlucky today? 1 and 3, 13. 2 and 3, 23. All on its own, little number 3. All on its own, little number 5. 8 and 2, 82. 6 and 8, 68. 5 and 6, 56. 1 and 2, 12. All on its own. It's that one click. No quacks yet, Denise. Number 6. 6-0, blind 60. 1 and 8, 18. 7 and 4, 74. 8 and 1, 81. 8-0, blind 80. 3 and 4, 34. 7 and 1, 71. 1 and 4, 14. 7 and 3, 73. 4 and 9, 49. 2 and 4, 24. 6 and 7, 67. 5 and 7, 57. 8 and 9, 89. 3 and 2, 32. 6 and 4, 64. 5 and 2, 52. All the 4s, 44. 5 and 8, 58. 7 and 2, 72. 6 and 2, 62. 2-0, blind 20. 3 and 5, 35. All the 5s, 55. I nearly clicked my fingers then. Oh, do you know we haven't had any? Have we had any? We haven't had any ducks yet, have we, Denise? Oh, where's the ducks? The ducks are not here, dear. Where's the ducks? 4 and 3, 43. Still no ducks. All the 1s, legs 11. Oh. Where's my whistle gone? Wanna blow my whistle? Oh, there it is. Yep. All the 6s, clickety-click, 66. 4 and 8, 48. 2 and 7, 27. 4 and 6, 46. 6 and 5, 65. 2 and 5, 25. 5-0, blind 50. Still no ducks. What's going on, Denise? Maybe the fox has come into my machine last night and stolen my ducks. Oh! Oh, 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 oh! That's a wolf, innit? Yeah. All on its own, number one. Still no ducks. One little duck, number two. Quack! They must have been a long way down the river today or something. Perhaps that's why they were so late coming today, those ducks. Gosh. 2 and 1, 21. Thank God for that. 5 and 3, 53. 4 and 2, 42. All on its own, number 4. 6 and 1, 61. 3-0, blind 30. 7 and 8, 78. 4-0, blind 40. 7 and 6, 76. Trombones. Da 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 da. I get very excited sometimes. Very, very excited. All the threes, 33. 3 and 8, 38. 4 and 7, 47. 1 and 9, 19, 19, 19, 19. 7 and 5, 75. 2 and 9, 29. Quack, quack. 2 little ducks, 22. We have a winner on 22. Who's won today's raffle ticket, boys and girls? Here comes the exclusive bingo clock. What other channels look as professional as this? The answer to that is none. 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 None, 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 none. Let's wait for a little claim there, my loves. Oh, Shania wants a ticket. 718, Shania. The tickets, I think we'll have to change the way the tickets run. You can only ask while I'm giving them out. Yes, make sure you're earlier tomorrow, Shania. Anyone else asking for a ticket? Let's have a look. Christopher Davis, 719. Yes. Anyone else? Is that everyone's tickets there? There we are. That's all the tickets, right. Let's see if we've got a claim yet. John Aitken, 720. Yep. How are all these people asking late for tickets? Too many of them there. Right, from tomorrow we'll only be giving out tickets out when I give them out. Not 10 minutes afterwards. Let me cheek. Anyone claiming? No one claiming for that? Oh dear. No claim. I think we're going to have to get another one then. Is someone else going to claim a little ticket? Alright, from tomorrow you can only have a ticket while I'm giving them out. Not turning up at the end of the show asking for one. Take the mick. Right. Next number. Ready for another number? Are you ready, my loves? Here we go. 1 and 7, 17. Top of the shop, blind 90. 3 and 9, 39. It is a rollover, 39. 4 and 5, 45. 6 and 9, 69. Aha! 8 and 5, 85. Let's bring up the clock once again, gang. 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize. Have you claimed it yet? What about now? Now? Have you claimed it now? What about now? Now? Have you claimed it now? Buh, buh. Who's going to claim? Come on, chop chop. Oh, why has that all gone blue at the bottom there? Does that mean something, I wonder? Don't know. It's all gone blue at the bottom of my screen. That must be something to do with the programme, I would imagine. Yes! Nephew Gary Butler is claiming bingo! Well done, Gary Butler. Who is it? Here come Gary Butler's winning numbers this morning. 5, 18, 20, 21, 36, 47, 46, 53, 58, 63, 66, 71, 76, last number 85, and 90. Congratulations to nephew Gary Butler. One moment, please. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Gary. 721 for you. There you go, Gary. All right. Have you seen what I've done here with this? Look, look. It's good, isn't it? Very nice, Gary. See? Two gifts for the price of one there. Look at this. Look, 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 look. Isn't that good? I can hear birds singing. I can hear some birds singing. Birds are singing. Good morning to Home Print. There's a new name I haven't seen before. Home Print. Greetings, Home Print. I've got no printer here. For the quiz, if I'm compiling the quiz up here, I have to send the stuff to my sister, and she prints it out on her printer, which is look at Shania's getting all technical. Technically, I didn't ask. I just said I missed it. I think you're being quite pedantic today, Shania. Off you go. 5 Hail Marys. I think 5 Hail Marys for you today, Shania, will be most sufficient. Yes, dear. Anyway, that's it for the show today. Thanks so much for joining us, gang. If you're not there for the quiz tonight, quiz time 8 o'clock tonight on this channel. Okay? It's also being beamed by cables and satellites and 4G signals into Central Station Bar. So if you want to play and get some cheap food and drink, go along to Central Station Bar in North London tonight. That's from 8 o'clock. If not, I'll see you again for tomorrow morning for some more stories and fun live on this channel. Have a nice day. Goodbye.